Gaining deeper insight into life's meaning can be both enlightening and burdensome. The path to higher understanding is often difficult, as uncovering surface appearances reveals realities that are not always comfortable to confront. Today, we'll uncover 6 harsh truths that highly spiritual individuals must grapple with. Number 1. The existential crisis. Going through an existential crisis is common when you are on a spiritual path. It's like passing through a difficult period of self-examination and questioning. This crisis serves an important purpose. It helps strip away superficial things so you can focus on what really matters. During this time, you may feel disoriented, as old sources of comfort no longer satisfy you. Your relationships, job, or activities may change as your priorities shift. This can be painful, but it allows your true self to emerge. Buddhist Nun Pema Chodron puts it like this: "Nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know." The crisis invites you to explore your deeper essence and consciousness. It is a necessary step, like a snake shedding its skin. By embracing this darkness, you allow your spirit to transform in positive ways. While the existential crisis may make life feel meaningless, it is actually an opportunity for growth. If you accept the challenges it brings, you can gain wisdom and clarity. You are reshaping yourself from within into a vessel capable of holding pure consciousness. The crisis leads to spiritual flourishing. But first, you must pass through the fire that burns away falsities and leaves truth. By questioning and seeking during this difficult rite of passage, you ultimately uncover what is most genuine and meaningful in life. Number 2. The complexity of truth. As a spiritual seeker, you may desire absolute truths. However, the more you explore spirituality, the more you realize the truth is rarely black and white. Spiritual truth is often complex, not absolute. As you explore spirituality, you realize truth has many paradoxes and shades of gray. What is true for one person may not be true for another. Spiritual traditions acknowledge different levels of truth. What's true physically may not apply spiritually. Truth can depend heavily on context. There is also an element of mystery in spiritual truth. Some aspects of the divine are beyond human understanding. Rather than a limitation, this invites openness and humility. Society often rewards those claiming absolute knowledge, but profound spiritual teachers frequently speak in stories and parables, not definitive doctrines. Embracing complexity means accepting doubt and uncertainty. Doubt prompts questioning, analysis, and openness to new ideas. Uncertainty prevents rigid adherence to enlightenment. In your journey, certain beliefs may no longer serve you as your soul evolves. This expanding perspective and awareness is natural. The spiritual path is one of continually gaining deeper insight, not reaching a fixed endpoint. Complex truth invites you to remain a humble, lifelong seeker. Number 3. The hardship of letting go. Letting go is a major challenge on the spiritual path, though it may seem simple. It means loosening the ego's tight grip on attachments, beliefs, grudges, and anything blocking growth. This is hard because the ego identifies with the familiar past. It resists letting go, which feels uncertain and threatens its control. But spiritual growth requires it. Each release lightens our load and unclutters the mind. It allows us to live more fully in the present, rather than clinging to the past. Letting go makes space for the new and shows faith in our capacity to evolve. Letting go means trusting life's process and goodness, even if outcomes seem unpredictable. When we let go, we create room for growth, opportunity, and fresh perspectives. Letting go also means forgiving ourselves and others. This releases heavy burdens of resentment that block our flow. Forgiveness heals and frees us. Each act of letting go teaches impermanence and aligns us with inner truth. It takes courage, but moves us forward, shedding limiting versions of self. With less clinging to the past, we live more in the now. Trust your essence always remains as surface things fall away. Have faith that letting go clears space for life's endless gifts. Number 4. The inevitability of suffering. Suffering is an inescapable part of being human, no matter how spiritually advanced you become. It connects us all, yet is often resisted or misunderstood. To embrace life fully, we must be open to suffering's teachings. It takes many forms: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. It can range from bodily injury to the subtle heartache of longing. Though universal, suffering is usually seen as something to avoid. But to grow spiritually, we must understand and learn from it. This doesn't mean seeking out suffering or glorifying it. It means recognizing its role in our evolution. Author Helen Keller wrote, "Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved." When endured mindfully, suffering cracks the shell of the ego. It gives opportunities for self-reflection, compassion, and insights into life's mysteries. It reveals illusions and shows our true essence beneath the ego. Though painful, suffering teaches and transforms us. It tears down walls around our hearts, exposing deeper layers of our being. This cultivates empathy and compassion for ourselves and others. Suffering often catalyzes growth by shaking us from complacency and prompting an examination of our values and purpose. It builds resilience and inner strength. Spiritual wisdom says to go through suffering with awareness. This means acknowledging the pain, sitting with it, understanding its roots, and learning its lessons. We accept suffering as part of life without being defined by it. Suffering teaches surrender, letting go of what we can't control and focusing our energy wisely. It grounds us in the present moment rather than wishing life was different. In this presence, we often find healing. By transforming individual suffering into collective healing through compassion and service, we spiritually mature. When embraced with mindfulness, suffering illuminates illusion and opens our hearts. It is a great spiritual teacher. Number 5. The challenges of self-reflection. Self-reflection is essential, but not always comfortable spiritual work. It involves looking inward at the parts of ourselves usually hidden: fears, insecurities, suppressed emotions. Carl Jung called this the shadow self. It holds not just negatives, but also hidden talents and gifts. Doing this shadow work means embracing our whole self, dark and light. This acceptance sows seeds of growth. He even went so far as to say, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own souls." Self-reflection requires courageously asking hard questions to unearth why we do things and where beliefs about ourselves originate. The goal isn't to discard aspects of self, but to integrate them into wholeness. As spiritual beings, we are called to embrace all dimensions of ourselves, light and dark, seen and unseen. In this openness we find freedom. While uncomfortable at times, self-reflection frees us from illusions and grounds us in honesty and self-acceptance. Our inner darkness secretly weighs on us. When brought to light, it loses power. This sacred self-dialogue excavates deep to reveal the roots of behaviors and emotions. We must acknowledge darker parts as much as virtues. Total acceptance, not judgment, allows transformation. Number 6. The endless journey. The spiritual path is often misunderstood as having a finite endpoint or pinnacle of enlightenment. But the beautiful reality is that it is an endless journey, not a fixed destination. Like a flowing river, the spiritual path is constantly changing and moving, never exactly the same. Embracing life's fluid nature is key to growth. We find our essence in perpetual flow, not in any static state of arrival. This journey is about continuously becoming more authentically ourselves, not someone else. Each moment presents a chance to expand, deepen self-understanding, and connect more profoundly. Cancer survivor Greg Anderson reminds us to focus on the journey, not the destination. Joy is found not in finishing an activity, but in doing it. Realizing there is no ultimate enlightenment to reach frees us from pressure. It allows full engagement in the process itself. The milestones sought: mastery, enlightenment, shift and evolve as you do. Enlightenment is not a permanent state, but a series of moments and experiences illuminating existence. It is continuous growth, not the end of learning. This endless journey has highs and lows, joys and sorrows. Through this spectrum, we appreciate life's fullness. Find comfort knowing the journey is eternal, not a burden, but an endless gift. Let us know in the comments below how your journey is going, and to learn more about challenges during your spiritual journey, watch this video next.